Oh, sit down.
I'll try. Yep, there we go.
Oh, that looks painful.
It's not so painful as awkward.
Awkward. Okay,
Yeah.
so what's your
Very
first name?
stiff. Nuala.
Nuala.
Yeah.
Right, all right, Nuala. And what's wrong with your legs?
Well, I had a car accident and then I got fluid in the muscles.
Right.
And I don't want to preempt anything, but I'm not sure that it was set properly in the first place.
Right, okay.
Since had a knee replacement.
Right.
So now it will probably be the soft tissue around the site.
We're going to have to let all those thoughts go. Just let all those thoughts and ideas about what's wrong go. You don't need to focus on that.
Right.
So does it bend, that knee? It looked ever so stiff.
Not very much. It's a lot bigger than the other one.
It is. Now, we did a lovely one of these. Where were we? Tricia photographed a leg. We've got to put the photographs up online. Where the swelling in the leg went down during the session. It just went normal. Where was that? It was Barnsley, I think. All right, so just rest it down. So is your other knee good, or is that a bit dodgy too?
Well,
that's all right.
it's
okay.
Not too bad. It's
all right.
quite good.
All right, cool. So let both feet touch the ground. That's it, cool. And leave the rest to the surgeon. He's not envisaging any problems fixing this. He's already done his initial assessment. I think the word he said was easy. I like it when he says that. All right, so how does my job, because they told me I was a healer and a teacher, my job is to demystify what you see here. Not to have you looking or at me and saying, oh my God, she's amazing. It's not me, it's God. All right, but I've learned to tune into God. You can learn to tune into God. It's really, really easy. You stay out of here, you won't find God in here. Your access to God and the good spirits is through here. So that's what you've got to do, is keep your awareness in your heart centre 24/7. You'll stop worrying. Worries of the mind, carings of the heart. If you're worried about a family member, stop worrying about them, just start caring. This will guide you what action, if any, you need to take. Yeah, but we've got a whole educational system that has trained us to be in our heads. Yeah? It's no good, guys. We've got to live in our hearts. So much more pieces of information come through to the heart. So the surgeon's gone into Nuala's knee. He's taken some measurements, he's pulled out some energy, he's got his little scissors. I see little scissors. That's my little code, or his little code for me to let me know he's doing psychic surgery. Some of the healings you see tonight will just be removal of energy. Others are psychic surgeries in the truest form, where they're actually performing a surgery just like a surgeon would on a physical level, but without scalpels, using sound and light technology. The sound that you hear me producing, we've got that now on a music album. It's a collaboration with one of the world's, if not the world's best New Age musician, Medwin Goodall. He's put lovely music around the healing sounds that come out of me. Why is sound so powerful? Because vibration carries more information than liquid in your bodies. You've got the blood. The blood is, if I call it the culture medium, I'll explain. If we were in a laboratory and we got petri dishes with human stem cells in, if we put a different solution in each petri dish, we could get a different outcome. The same stem cells could become fat, could become muscle, could become bone, depending on the culture medium. In your body, the culture medium is your blood, and the blood carries a lot of information, but the vibration that the surgeons use through me contains more information, so it can affect your physical form more than the blood can, which is quite a claim, isn't it? I can't prove that scientifically, but that is my understanding, is that sound, vibration can carry more information than can liquids. I probably can prove that one. Right, how's it feeling to you? What's happening?
Trying to bend.
Yes?
Feeling quite tight, actually.
Cool. Now, is the knee naturally trying to bend, or are you trying to bend it?
No, it's naturally trying
It's
to
naturally
bend.
trying to bend. Cool. The sound is breaking up what feels like, solid ice. That's what it's breaking up. So there's an energy block in that knee. need another spoonful of the purple powder for this lady, please, because there's a lot of energy that they need to disperse. What the purple powder does, the purple powder only has one ingredient, and that is purple rice. But it isn't just ground up rice. Don't think you can go to the store, buy some purple rice and ground it up. It won't work that way. It only takes 1% of the rice. We take the polysaccharides and the polypeptides. The polysaccharides are carbohydrates and sugars. The polypeptides are the full range of amino acids and proteins. And it is a true superfood designed to feed the mitochondria in your cells. The mitochondria are the power plants of your cells. When you eat a meal, that meal that you've eaten has got to be transformed into energy that your cells can use. And so it goes through your digestive system, goes into the bloodstream, and from the bloodstream, the cells have a little organelle called a mitochondria, and that's the power plant of your cells. And that converts the energy in the form of glycogen and other nutrients into ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which is the feeling of being alive. And as we get older, as we go from 20 to 80, our ATP levels diminish to about 25% of what they were when we were 20. And so this product is specifically aimed at people that are over 40. It'll give youngsters a boost. I have a lot of elite sports people on this product. It doesn't show up in their drugs tests, but it helps them get peak performance. They report a variety of different changes within their bodies. Right, Nuala, if you want to just try your knee again. Yeah, just try moving it yourself this time. Cool. How is it feeling compared to how it normally feels?
Slightly looser.
Slightly looser.
Slightly, yeah.
Right, and now you can rest it down. Cool. Cool. God bless. So what the surgeons show me is an area.
Oh, that's lovely. So
You can feel that, can't you? What
Yeah.
does it feel like?
there's warmth going right through to the back of my knee, which is gorgeous. It's actually a relief.
Yeah. So it's like a block of ice there, you see. Everything feels solid. And so what they're doing, you can see the energy's coming through from my left hand, and then it's going across to the right to go into the knee. Very, very gentle. These surgeons I never manipulate, don't need to. I've had no training in any kind of manipulation. The most that will happen is like you're seeing now, just me placing my hand on the area. Now what's that? There's like a little tugging going on. Can you feel that?
It's wanting to bend.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Wow. Cool.
It's almost like knots trying to be undone.
So you can see from the distance that my hands are together. As we get closer to the completion of the healing, this left hand will be probably touching the knee, I would expect. Don't know for sure, but this is just based on past experience with the surgeons. All right, the scissors are out again, which is a really good sign. So typically he'll show me a little pair of silver scissors when he's doing psychic surgery, and they snip. They snip where there's restriction. And so just for clarity, Nuala, it's not you moving your leg,
No,
is
I
it?
didn't do that.
No.
It just wants to.
It just wants to. It's just moving of its own accord, or the surgeons are moving it.
I'm trying not to do anything
Yep.
at all.
Awesome. So if you can imagine a slab of butter on a windowsill, and today will be an excellent day. Imagine the warmth of the sun gradually melting that slab of butter. That's the sensation that they're aiming to create in the knee, that it's one of relaxing, releasing. Okay, now what's happening? Because the energy's changed for me. I'm just wondering if it has for you as well.
Doesn't feel quite as tight.
Not as tight.
Still trying to bend.
Yep.
Actually, I think I feel coolness down the outside.
Yep. And you'll notice as we go through the night, sometimes I've got my eyes closed. That's just to make sure I'm concentrating on the surgeons, not getting distracted by you guys. Other times I can talk quite freely with my eyes open. Depends on the level of concentration I have to have. These sounds that are coming through me, people watching this on video can also get the benefit from these sounds if they have the same condition. Now what's happening for you, Nuala?
I can feel cold air
Yep.
around my face and down to that area.
Yep. Right, they're giving me a rest at this stage.
Yes.
Cool. We're going to get you to walk around, just notice how that feels. Because they have to check, they can't just fix the knee without looking at the ankle, the hip, the leg, the spine. The whole system's got to be looked at.
Feels looser.
Yes.
I don't know what it looks like.
It's
but I
looking
think
a
it
lot
feels-
better. It still looks stiff. It still looks stiff, but it's a lot better than when you first came up.
You look straighter.
I'm certainly walking faster. Yeah.
Yes.
Like I used to walk, very fast.
Yeah. Right, there we go. Sit here again. Right, cool. Now I just need my water, which might have been at the back. Sorry.
It's not my imagination, but I think that's gone down slightly.
Yes. Yep. Cool. Right, now they're just going to work here. They've just guided me. Before I went for my water, they said just come and stand here. And they do that very quickly just by giving me an image in my mind. Lots of different surgeons working through me. In the main ones that work through me are the same doctors that work with John of God in Brazil. But John of God at the moment is under house arrest, which is a joke. He's been under house arrest for about 6 months, and so some of the spirits that work with John of God have come onto my team temporarily. John of God helps thousands, tens of thousands of people every year. He's worked tirelessly for Spirit for about 60 years. God bless. fact they're working on the head, that means that there's some memory of the accident that needs to be cleared. Like there might have been fright, fear. Do you remember fear at the time of the accident?
Yes, it was quite bad.
Yeah. And so that's what they're just re-resonating, that energy. There are several different guides that work with me, and so as much as one or two may be with me at the front, they also work in the audience, so we get a lot of spontaneous healings in the audience. So if there's something you've come along for healing tonight, even as you sit in the audience, you can ask to receive a healing. And just ask from your heart centre. Don't ask in a desperate way, because if you can imagine going, asking for something, do you want to help somebody? Then they're like that, no, and I've got a feeling God doesn't like doing that either. So you sort of ask in a very, thank you so much, it's been a great night, I love those last two healings, could we mind just pulling a really good healing for this lady as well? You're asking that kind of a way, almost expecting that it's going to be granted. Don't ask from desperation, guys. Now they're getting me to stand on my tiptoes, the sound's going in quite high into the auric field. Right, let's just try with this knee again, see how that's feeling. This time a scalpel, so that's quite unusual. Normally it's just little scissors, but this time he's showing me a scalpel. Alright, now he's telling me that the problem is at the back of the knee. Is that how it feels to you?
Certainly in the beginning,
Yep.
there was a lot of trauma to the back
To
of
the back of the knee,
leg.
yeah. Was there any problem to your hearing on your left side as well? Do you have any kind of knock on the
It's
left
possible,
side?
I don't remember.
Okay. So this is more delicate work now on the knee. There's a feeling that he's got to loosen something out. The nearest thing I can liken it to is, you know, if you've ever seen a farrier with a horse taking a stone out of a horse's hoof, that's the kind of thing I'm seeing happening in the back of the knee. Just try extending that again and bending it back. How's that feeling?
Looser at the ankle, but it seems to be tightening up there now.
Okay.
The leg is doing great.
Cool. And again, that's your leg just moving itself. It's not you trying to move it. Is that right?
I think I was helping it.
You
a
were
little
helping
bit,
it. That's all right.
So I'll stop.
No, it's all right. It's all good.
That's not.
That's That's it. And if you can, just let your foot touch the floor. Yep, that's good, because the energy needs to ground out through the feet. Nice. Yep, again, my left hand's a good distance from the knee, so there's still work to, quite a bit of work to do in there. He's clearing out 2 channels, 2 vertical channels. God bless. Yeah, there's been a lot of trauma within the knee, so it's like the whole knee is like, don't touch me, don't touch me. I've already been through so much. Right, another walk around.
I think I stood up easier that time as well.
You sure did, you sure did.
I think I wasn't afraid to put the weight through.
Cool. All right, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to stand facing that way. I'm going to look at the spine as well. It's not just the leg, you see. There we go. And I'll just get you to take a step to your right. That's it, lovely. Awesome. So there's an energy going from about here on the shoulder down into the hip. And now he's starting work on the spine. And so they're using my body as a surrogate. So they're shaking energy out of my body that needs to come out of Nuala's body. The stomping I don't mind, the jumping gets a bit much. When they have me jumping, it gets a bit exhausting. Right. Moving energy down through the hips. Right, if you can have a walk around again, just see how that feels. Cool. As you're walking,
Spine feels better.
it does cool. The ankle's looking good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, and let's get you sat in a chair again. Let's just look at the movement of the knee in that knee as well. Yep.
It's funny you should talk about the spine when I'm supposed to wear a surgical corset for the rest of my life, but no way.
No. Cool. So we can see a little bit more movement in that knee. I'm just going to see if we can get anything more for you in this session. My feeling is that the surgeons can get that completely right for you. They can get it as good as your other one, yeah? It's just an energy block. It's just an energy block. But it may take more than one session, this one. Yeah. Right, another walk around.
shoes for walking in it. But they're comfortable.
Cool. How is that feeling to you as you walk?
I feel it's nowhere near as stiff as when I came up.
Yeah. There's still some
Across
work to
the
do
knee.
on it. Yep.
Yes,
There's still some work to do on it. I reckon you're going to need 2 more sessions, but we've made a really good start.
thank you.
You're welcome.
You all right?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Give her a round of applause.